So, one of the questions that often get asked is, does form matter? Now, a lot of times that question and the answer can also be really complicated and really loaded. Sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say not really. I am not one of those people that believes form has to be our be all to end all. If you are agonizing over little tiny millimeters of movement or how you're moving at certain stages that you don't even really have the skill in that movement yet, forget about your form. If you can't even accomplish that movement at a basic level, stop overanalyzing yourself. But sometimes it also depends on who you're working with and how you're cueing that. A really cool example happened just the other day with one of the clients I was working with here in the gym. So this is a picture of my client who I've been working with for quite some time now. We first started off working on his knee after he had an post ACL injury, had some rehab, didn't quite go the way that he wanted, came to me looking to fill in some of those gaps. We got his knee better, things were moving better, then he ended up having some hip pain, went to a surgeon, they wanted him to do a labral repair surgery. Fun fact, there are a lot of athletes that have competed at a high level out there that have labral damage with no symptoms. So what does that tell us? We don't always need surgery. Sometimes we just need better movement. So as you can see here in this video, I have tried to draw a line as best I can in the bottom of his slant squat here. You can see it's not terrible form. He has good knee depth, but you can see this arc in his back a little bit. And you can see that as evidence on the space behind this line or on the front side of this line. Now, does this really matter? Not really, but trunk control can be really important. So you see now in this frame, you can see how much closer he is to that diagonal line. Now, I know the camera angle changed a little bit, but that line still holds true, and you can actually see his back match that diagonal line. What's the difference? This was literally one set to the next. All I did was give a different cue, encourage him to have some better trunk control and get into those hips just a little more, and this changed his form immensely. He had an improvement in depth, an improvement in control, and a zero noticeable hip pain. So, does form matter? Probably not, but your cueing and who you're working with and how they cue you definitely does.